Dark Tourist Adventures presents Welcome to the Legend of Holcomb Woods, the complete story. If you were born after 1975, then you don't really know the story of Holcomb Woods, but you're about to. In the early 1900s, a young farmer and his wife purchased a large parcel of land along Holcomb roads, some of which held the timbered area now called Holcomb Woods. After several years of farming the land and working the timber, the farmer's wife became pregnant. It was a difficult pregnancy. Finally, one night after sunset, the farmer called to his daughter to speak to her to settle the matter once and for all, being she was just a schoolgirl still under his roof and in his care. When he called to her, he received no answer. After calling out repeatedly, he set out to find her, and find her he did, but not in the place he would have preferred. A half mile from the farm was a place on Holcomb Road that was a popular stop for young couples who wanted to sedate their raging hormones. Too many times the farmer had to run couples off of his property, threatening trespassing charges or worse to discourage them from returning. He arrived back at the scene just after midnight, but rather than walk up to the vehicle and pull his daughter out and take her home, he found a spot inside the tree line, sat in hiding, and just waited, and waited. While waiting, he could hear from time to time laughter above the music playing on the radio. After what seemed like hours, the boy opened the car door and stepped out to answer nature's calling. This was the moment the farmer had been waiting for. Throughout the night, his daughter would awaken to an empty car. Though the young man had not returned, she knew he would not leave her stranded, but was curious about the scraping noise she kept hearing on the roof of the car. At last, dawn was breaking. When the girl woke up, she grew highly concerned for her friend who had not yet returned. Realizing how much trouble she would be in when she arrived home, she had to summon her courage and exit the vehicle to go face her father's wrath. When she stepped from the car and turned to close the door, life for her, as she knew it, ended. She saw that what was making the scraping sounds on the car's roof was not low-hanging limbs at all. To her horror, she was looking at the reason as to why her young male friend had not returned to the car during the night. Then and there she was physically and emotionally broken. She began screaming hysterically and uncontrollably. Sometime after having buried his wife, the man applied for and was given a job as a bus driver for the school district. The months passed and he enjoyed his duties as a bus driver. The children, though unruly at times, seemed to kindle a sense of responsibility of caring for those who were so young and unable to care completely for themselves that he thought he would never know again. Then one afternoon the bus driver came to work with an unsettled air about him. His hatred had finally taken over. The grief he had harbored for years poured out of him. He had seen his opportunity for revenge and madly seized it.